evening, everyone.
Good evening, coach.
Trust we had an amazing day today.
Yes, coach.
All right. Before we start, I just want us to quickly recap on what we did the last time. Can someone please run us through what we did the last time?
Can I speak?
Yes, please, you can.
Okay. We talked about, started with introduction to virtual assistants, then understanding the virtual assistance industry. We went further to define what a virtual assistant is, then the significance of virtual assistants, the core services area for virtual assistants, the anatomy of virtual assistants, the basic tools of virtual assistants, the virtual assistant engagement model, and challenges of virtual assistance career. Then lastly, he gave us an assignment.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so regarding the assignments you gave
Okay.
us, the first one was to identify 2 or 3 VNHs that interest us as an individual and what services they rendered. So the first one which I wrote was being a bookkeeping virtual assistant because that resonates with what I study. I'm an accounting graduate, so and I have experience working as an accountant and as an uh, account officer. Yeah, so a bookkeeping virtual assistant is they help with daily record keeping and financial record. Why the second question was to reflect on 3 personal strengths that aligns with being a high performing virtual assistant. So the strength which I listed was being that is data entry and document management, general administrative tasks and accounts payables and billings.
Thank you very much. That's nice. The reason why I have to start off from the assignment is because one, I want us to be able to understand where we are coming from, and secondly, I want to be able to progress with us from the very basic down to the intermediate as we progress to the advanced stage. Today, we're going to be dealing on communication. The reason why we're looking at communication is because communication is one of those very things that we of whatever niche we find ourselves. Communication, internal communication, which is communication between you and your team members. All right, that's communication within the organization, and external communication, which is communication between you and stakeholders. All right, so we're going to look at communication on the tool that is very commonly used among organizations for communication, especially internal communication. So we are going to open a Slack account, and will be assigned to different units. Also, if time permits us, we're also going to quickly look at collaboration tools. So when we say communication, what exactly do we mean? Actually mean the question, please. Let's answer.
A communication is a process of exchanging information.
All right, please go ahead. Abraham James, go ahead.
Okay, all right, sir. I can say in a layman, communication is when you sending a message to a particular group of people and they are able to receive, understand, and also provide feedback. That's what
All right,
communication is.
thank you very much. Who else? Noyan, go ahead, please.
Okay. Just like the last listener said, communication is more like interaction between a person or persons, whereby there is a passage of information. At the end of the day, you are expected to receive a feedback.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, so what is the difference between communication and collaboration?
Hey, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Okay, I think uh, collaboration, to my own understanding, is is about actively engaging or sharing information.
So communication basically, conveying information or idea from one person, all right, to another, either through spoken word, written, or body language or sign language. All right. So communication actually have what we call a means. All right. So that's to say is actually goes through a particular channel. Also, for it to be track communication, there have to be feedback. So if you are just talking and talking and you're not getting feedback, it's actually not communication because you're not even aware if the information you are trying to convey to the other party is received. Then why collaboration talks about working with a team or working with one or two persons in an organization to achieve an aim or to complete a task. All right, so the essence of collaboration is to complete the task. The essence of communication is to be able to convey information. Are we together? So
Yes, we are.
all right, so the primary difference between communication and collaboration is that communication is conveying information through a channel, while collaboration is working together with someone to accomplish a task or to achieve a goal. So while you're working as a virtual assistant, you communicate and you collaborate. Many a times we use the same tool to achieve both. If, for instance, we're working on a project, definitely I need to talk to you about it, right? So communicating to my team members helps them to understand the task. Collaborating with them help us to achieve that task. All right. So what tools do we need to carry out these two functions? Communicate and collaborate. All right. For internal communication, we use Slack, we use Google Chats, or just name it. These are communication tools. At the same time, they also serve as collaboration tools. However, if you are communicating with um, third party, which is actually referred to as external communication, most organizations would prefer using email. That's why go to a particular website to raise a query of a challenge. Let's assume you place an order on a particular e-commerce site and you have issues. You can go to the site to chat their customer support team. What that person will do for you is to raise a ticket in your behalf. And once they raise that ticket, they start communicating to you via email. The reason simply because most organizations or the standard communication channel for businesses basically is usually email. Why for internal, yes, they use email, but many a times instant message applications like Google Chat and Slack. All right, so I'm going to share my screen and I'll just show us the interface. But on our next class, we'll be able to work very well with it because by then, I believe we should all, have an account. Am I communicating?
Yes,
Sir.
sir.
Yes.
Can we see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, we can see it.
So we said it as like a productive tool, all right, basically because it's used for collaboration. All right, so the site is Slack. So for those of us who don't have an account, just click
Sorry,
on,
sir. Hello, sir. Create an account before we move on, or we can do that later.
you do that later. So just follow through so you understand the interface. Yeah, so creating a Slack account will be one of your assignments today. But just follow through so that you know how to go about it. I advise you do this with a system or use a browser on your. All right. So for most applications, you actually enjoy the interface when you use a web browser as compared to using the mobile app. But for those of us who don't have a system, you can use a mobile phone and just follow what we are doing. I believe catch up with what we are doing. All right. So slack.com, then sign in. I don't have an account, so I'll just say create an account. Create an account. I'm doing that with Gmail. I'm using my WebEx to do that to continue. So this, for those of us who will just go straight using Gmail, this is actually the process. All right, so create a workspace. What is the meaning of a workspace?
Is it more like a work environment?
The working environment.
Your working environment. Okay. Someone else want to try
An official platform.
an official platform. Okay. Workspace is the space where you work. For example, like your office is your workspace. All right. So if you move that to online, your workspace is simply your office. ABC Limited. So who is the CEO, Coach Osas? Next. So who are my team members? Let me just explain what I did. Our workplace is Slack. Our workspace is ABC Limited. We are now. Who else is on ABC Limited team? Who are the members of staff? This is where I invite you to be part of the company using your email address. So if you work for an organization that uses Slack as one of their communication and collaboration tools, they are going to send you an invite via the email that is either being created for you or the email that you submitted to them as your primary email address. I said what we just did now is more like you saying my workplace is Slack, my workspace is ABC Limited. It's the same thing as you saying my workplace is number 2, Lagos Abuja Expressway. My workspace is second floor. Who are your employees or who are your staff members? That's where we are. That's where we are now. All right. So my staff members are actually my team members. At this point, I invite them via email address, or I go down and copy this link and paste it either via mail or whatever platform that I use to collaborate or communicate with them. All right. So let's assume that there's nobody yet. Let me just keep. Okay. So I'm going to explain to Ross the interface today. Then subsequently, we're going to start using this as part of our communication and collaboration platform. Okay, so, and also, let me just say this. I will suggest or I will recommend that we subscribe for my ebook and this course material so that before the class, you would have read the topic that we're going to be treating. So once we come to class, we'll just do practical. That will save us time, and also that will make the class to be more because what we're going to be doing going forward, especially with ABC Limited, is to run through the different aspects of the business. Okay, so while we are taking this class today, we're going to create different units and different departments, which we're going to put some of us into. Let's look at the interface. What we have here is our company information. We can choose to have different workspace. Remember, I told us that the workplace is more like number 2, Lagos Abuja Expressway. All right. Then the workspace is second floor. So we can have the same thing here. ABC Limited can have more. Then inside the workspace, we now have channels. These channels serve as different units. All right. So you can make the channel public. You can also make it private. All right. So if you make it private, anybody who is not invited to that channel will not have access to the information that is shared or discussed in that particular channel. For instance, if you're in accounting, you might not know what is happening in human resource. Okay, so we are going to experiment all this using Slack. So once we are done with Slack, we'll go to Google Chat and also experiment with Gmail. All right, because Gmail is actually just more than sending and receiving emails, which is the basic thing we use it for. There's actually much more we can do with Gmail. All right, so let me just explain the interface to us. We have our home button, we have DMs. DMs is actually when you're trying to communicate with somebody directly. All right, so I can send a direct message, Chizoba, and nobody in the organization knows what I sent to, to her. It can be in form of a direct memo. It can be in form of a query. It can be in form of whatever it is that I want her to be aware of. This is strictly for Chizoba alone. All right. Then we have activities. Activities, we see what is happening. It's just to know what is happening, on the platform. Then under more, we have template automations, Canva, list, files, channels, and people. All these are actually things we are going to work in the course of this. And please note, once you are added to a platform by your employer, first thing you do is to work on your profile. All right. The reason is simply because it helps to know you and also to be properly addressed. For instance, what I have here is Coach Osaks. See the avatar there, just W. Yeah, so once I click yourself as a way, notifications, my profile, and so on and so forth. For me to update this, I need to just come here and click on, I want to edit here. So let's click on the edit. So what do I want them to call me? How do I want my name to appear? I want to appear as Osas. So what title do I bear in this organization? Am I the MD? Am I, no, I'm the trainer. Name you want to. So how do they pronounce the name? If it's a name that is difficult, a record of how your name is called, because sometimes people of different race and ethnicity, all right, they can pronounce your name wrongly. Some people say Osas, but the right pronunciation is Osas. For some interesting names, you might find it difficult to pronounce. So once you know that your name is a bit challenging to pronounce, just come here and click on record clip and pronounce your name. So why I can't do that right now is because I'm using my mic for this class. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So then how is your name pronounced if using the record audio clip? If you have updated your profile, please use a casual picture. Mary, go ahead, please.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much for the opportunity. I wanted to ask, assuming you have a Slack account before now that we are just creating this one. So how am I going to, as in the link you are going to send to us, is it going to take us to this particular ABC platform in Slack?
Yes, yes, it will.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes, so it will bring you down to.
Okay, I said this Slack, is it pay up or it will start paying when you start creating a workspace?
You can use Slack for free for 1 month to create workspace and do some basic automation. After 1 month,
Okay.
you'll be required to. Most of these
All right,
tools
sir.
are, yes, most of these tools are actually paid tools. All right, so they just give you 1 month, some gives you 14 days for trial version to just check if it's something that you will need. You are active, you are not in a meeting or you are not on vacation or anything, just leave your status as active. Active means you're actually fully online and you're working or ready to work. Reason being that if you are working with a company that pay you per hour and you come to put in, I mean, a meeting or commuting or you are sick or thereabout, it means that even if you're online, you're not going to get paid. So just your contact information about me, just tell us stuff about you and just start working with us. Just put your date and that's all. Please update your profile so that you be properly addressed. Start creating the account now. Then we have hurdles, voice and video. I told us about channels. I said channels, which channels has different units. Let's proceed. So here we have those that have joined ABC. So my staff members are Ms. D, Chizoba, Nafi Shah, Azaya, Patient, Chika, Sulaimon, Ajayi. These are currently my staff members or my team members for C. Okay. Then we have our tabs here. These are called tabs. Message, add Canva. We can add other tabs that we want to, as many as we want to, as workflow. So depending on the need of the organization. All right. So for now, these are the workflow that we have. So let's just leave this for now. When we start working with Slack, we're going to look at the different automations that is available. Under the message, can we see my screen? What are these called? These are icons.
They are the formatting icons.
All right. So those are called your test formatting. All right. So just like what you have in your Microsoft Office, bold, italic, strike through, add a link, number list, barcodes, then codes, then block code. Then beneath it, we have the attach. That's to say that I can attach file on my system. I can attach a workflow. I can attach a snippet. I can attach file. If we're working on the file, for instance, I can attach them. I can attach list, even a Canva. Okay, so that's the thing. If, for instance, I want to ask Mary to treat a document, I can just say at Mary, treat the attached document ASAP. Then I can come here and attach the document. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Right,
sir.
so
Yes, sir.
Yes.
thank you. So this particular message board is for everybody on the organization. So long you are on this platform, so long my uh, team or you're my staff member, you will see this message. However, this message is not directed to everybody, but it is directed to that domain. Alright, this is where you hide Martin bar. Here you can send emoji, you can add emoji to express yourself. Then mention, just like what I did with this app, to mention Mary. Then I can record a clip. For instance, I want to do an illustrative video. I can record a clip while talking or record my screen and show you how things are done or how things are supposed to be done. All right. I can also just record an audio file. Then for sending, I can choose to send instantly or schedule my sending. If Mary is on leave and she's resuming on Monday, I can send this message so I don't forget and schedule it to Monday by 10 a.m. So that means this message will be sent to the platform on the 10th, so by 10 a.m. on the 18th of August.
Please, sir, can you repeat the scheduling of the message again? I didn't get that.
All right. Any other question?
Yes, I have a question.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, when a message is scheduled to be sent later, what if the person's mobile device internet is off? Will it still send?
Yes, it will send. Whenever the person come online, the person will see it.
Good evening, sir. Sir, I want to
Good.
ask that what's the difference between this Slack.com and Google Workspace? Is there any difference?
Yes, there's a huge difference. Marianne.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My question is the message you just sent to Mary. Is it that it is only Mary that will be able to get the message, or it should be on the general platform where people can see? And is it only Mary that will be able to access the message and the tags?
All right. So it's actually that message is meant for. All right. Everybody will see it. However, it is Mary that will attend to it.
Uh, Hello, coach.
Yeah, good evening. Go ahead, please.
Okay, yeah. Just help me go through the scheduling again, the scheduling steps again, please.
All right. Yeah, we'll do that.
Thank you.
Favor, go ahead, please.
All right, sir. I actually wanted to ask earlier when you have in this your is it your spouse? You have only Mary, you have Ibrahim, you have Mayo or something like that. And these people are the people who just join through the link you sent on the group, or are they automatic? Are they your staffs, or all the member that is in this call? Are they the one that is showing as your staff here? Please, that's
They
what
are
I
the
want
ones.
to know.
All right. They are the ones that joined through the link I just posted on the chat session. Like I said, in message, you are putting together a message. Okay. So let's assume and I'm not sure of within travel. All right. And my trip is going to take me, let's say, 4 hours or 5 hours, as the case may be. I'm going to Port Harcourt from Lagos. Emails to send why I'm on my way. While we are doing Google Workspace, I'm going to show us. So, and I might have challenges sending out information. So what I just do, all I just need to do is is one. So let's just leave it here. This message to be delivered by close of business. All right. If I send it now, it will have fulfilled the. What I just do is just to go and choose custom schedule. So today is Wednesday, right? Tomorrow is Thursday. What time do I want it to fly? 15 minutes or 30 minutes before the close of work, and say schedule until tomorrow. But all right. So, but you can as well send instant message. If I send an instant message, let me just say welcome on board. This is the message I just sent. Why the other two messages that were scheduled? They are our department. Add channels. There's blank channel. So what do we call? If I make it public, it means everybody will have access to it. But if I do private, only people that are invited. All right. So we're adding some team members to human resources. Just all right. So are they okay? Let me add Mary. Let me. These four persons I just added to human resources. They are the only persons that have access to a human resource. All right. Every other person in my team list don't have access to this particular. All right. So this channel is considered a unit, or so any message I drop here can only be seen by members particular. This is to Mary, but on the platform. If I don't want this to be on the platform, I can just go to her DM. So any message I send to her here, but if I come to the channel, if I say This message is seen, all right. However, the one here on the channel by everybody, every member of this particular. All right. So if I want to send a message to her, I don't want anybody to know what I'm discussing with her. I just come to her DM and send her a direct message. But if the message is for the consumption of the department, however, one person is made to address that issue, I come to the department, post the message, and mention whoever is.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. Like I wanted to ask, you made mention that we have a huddle in this platform here. We have huddle here, huddle. So, and I'm seeing that the huddle is activated on top. When you have a human resource by the right hand side, you see the huddle, the earpiece or headsets. Does it imply that you are making use of the huddle as you're teaching us now? Is that what you're making use of?
No,
As in, okay.
I can't make use of this huddle because
Okay, sir.
if, for instance, we are not in this class, we can make use of the huddle. Just like I told us, why we progress with the class, we are going to use this Slack as part of our communication tool.
Yes, sir. Concerning this Slack of a thing, I also have a Slack channel also. Does it affect it if I should click on the link?
It's not. So I told us that most use Slack and Google for communication be using the free version. So let me just switch to Gmail and just introduce us to the interface so that this class using these tools application. So for Gmail, you collaborate with instant message using the chat function. All right, this is a paid Gmail account. That's why it's a little bit different from regular Germany. But for today, let's just concentrate on emails, chat. All right, so just as we have with Slack, we have the same thing here with Gmail. We can create a space for collaboration as we have our workspace in Slack. We can create same. All right, so once you click on create space, here you have the name of the space. We'll call it ABC. All right, so what is this space for? Is it for collaboration? All right, we are saying it's for collaboration. So this enables to collaborate on project plans, discuss topic, share files, assign tasks, and organize our conversation thread, just as we do it. Now, let me just um, take us back to what we did on Slack. Yes, we collaborate. Remember, I said at Miri, what does actually a project. If, for instance, a customer, let's say, the website, and now want to raise a ticket, or Mary does not know what to do as a customer support, what is she supposed to do? Come to and escalate that particular issue in her department. This customer, what should I do? All right, from there, we can tell her, okay, do A, do B, or do C, or share information. All right. So, question.
Good evening, sir. Thank you very much for the class. I so much appreciate, but mine is not actually a question. I don't know if there is a way you could provide a record of this class for us to watch later, because as we speak now, my network is actually operating. I could barely see your screen. I don't know if there's a way you can provide the recording for us. Maybe later I could go over it, because I can't
Yes.
even see what you're doing on your screen.
Provided. You're welcome. Fatima, go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you very much. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah, please, I wanted to ask, this create a space, is it also accessible on the free version of Gmail accounts?
It is not.
Sure.
Yeah, please note, companies that are going to engage you, Gmail account. All right. So the reason why I decided to use the paid version for us is because should you start working with a company that uses Google solution, what you're going to be seeing is what I'm showing you now.
Okay. Okay. I am my own Gmail. I'm paying for space. Is it? I'm paying for a drive. I'm paying premium for my Gmail. So is that can that be saying it's a paid version? I pay every month certain amount for 200 100 gig or so. Is it different from a paid version of Gmail or is it the same?
It's different. What you're paying. So it's just
Okay.
like you saying you need a space to put your things.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's
Okay.
actually what you're paying for.
Okay. It's different from the account
Yes,
itself.
yes, it's
Okay.
different from the workspace. This is
Okay.
Google. Yeah, this is Google Workspace.
Okay. So
Yeah,
how do I get this version if I want to have this version?
yeah. You just subscribe for Google Workspace. That's all. All right. So we are saying that we're creating the workspace for ABC, and they're asking what are we using this space for? Is it for collaboration? Is it for announcements? Yes, it's for collaboration, so that I can have interactions. Okay. If it's for announcement, just broadcast an announcement. It is only the admin or anybody that is assigned to the chat. But if it's for collaboration to themselves version, then I can just say create. If I do private, it means I'm using it for just myself, which is the admin of this account. Then I can allow any other person to join who is not part of the organization. But once I choose organization, this is strictly for members of Web Extra. But if I choose private, it means this is for the admin of this workspace. Then allow external members to join. That means you who is not a member. All right. So you can add members. All right. So in assigning tasks, just like what I did on Slack by mentioning Mary, but this time around I can put together a task and assign it to. All right. So what is the title of the task? All right. So when is the date? I can say, okay, let's say Friday. Who am I assigning this task to? Enter the person's name and add, comes online. He sees this message. And immediately I click on add, the person gets the task, then come and give us report. Here we can share file just as we can attach file on Slack. Here we can collaborate, chat, just as we can chat. The beautiful thing about that you can do a lot than what you would do with Slack. You can also make calls just like we have with Slack for meetings. All right. So send meeting link or start the huddle. Meeting link is for video. The huddle is for audio. Fatima, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Sir, to create this workspace, where do let us may have I have a paid account of Gmail for Gmail account. Where do I go to create this workspace, sir?
Once you have, that's actually beyond the scope of this training. Okay, because have, once you have paid for the Google Workspace, you'll be given an admin end to log in. From your admin end, that's when you add people to your team. That's when you get staff onboarded and assign them an email address. For instance, this email address that we are using now is actually training.ng. All right. Why the main account can be maybe admin, can be your name, can be whatever. All right. So it's just beyond the scope of this class. If you are employed by a company that uses Google Workspace solution, this is what you're going to see. You're not going to see the admin end because the admin end is where you set up the company, where you set up the rules, responsibility. All right. When you give all right. So, but if you are employed by a company that uses Google solution, progress with the training, we're going to be all this. So, like I said, we have our meeting here, video and huddle for things. You can archive our chat. All right. So you can pin. You can also pop up chat. This solution features you can do a like what we have with. Mary, go ahead.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. Like what I'm seeing in this Google solution, it can be likened to Trello as in a project management tool. Can we actually call this solution project management tool?
This is not project management tool. This is for communication and.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So you can use manage your project. All right. And what you just have to do is just to synchronize it with yourselves. This particular chat features in Google is just for callers. These are actually your team members. Okay. Then you can also add other Google tools, for instance, like Google Calendar, then about these collaboration tools. Remember, we said that communication is actually using or a message to one or more person through a channel. All right, so this is you passing a message using this channel to pass or message. All right, so the same is also applicable to Slack. It's also a collaboration tool because you can work with your members or you're using this solution or these tools as well to be able to achieve a particular goal. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right.
All right,
Yeah.
but
Thank you. Always tell us there are actually all right. So the reason why we are here is because we need to. BMW, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, sir. So I want to add to what Mary just said. Like communication has to do with sending and receiving information, while collaboration has to do with group of persons working together to achieve something similar, maybe organization. That's just what I want to add. Thank you.
You're welcome. Blessing, go ahead.
Okay, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Communication is conveying information from one person to another, and a feedback is expected. And this happens through a medium or channel. While collaboration means working with two or more persons in a team.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. So today I've been Slack. I told us that boss than Slack. However, both can be used to the same aim, which is communication and a free account. Uh, we can have a free account for which is more than enough for us to cover what we need to learn. Once the account, please that will be on the WhatsApp join submitted during the week. Choose then on the introduce yourself and add your area of specialization, the different.
Yes.
So I'll see you in our next class on by 7:30 p.m. So do enjoy the rest of your night and have an amazing night rest.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
thank
so
you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
But sir, you made
Thank you very
mention
much,
that
sir.
thank you very much, everyone. It's so good to have you guys. So see you guys on Saturday.
Thank you
Please
for teaching us.
do your